Jasmine Pineda seems to have clearly become the next Angela Deem on 90 Day Fiancé. She has annoyed viewers with her hot-headed, abusive, and violent behavior. Over the years, viewers have watched the reality TV star's different shades. Jasmine accused Gino of not getting intimate with her and fulfilling her sexual needs. She asked to bring Matt Bronny as the third person in her marriage. Gino introduced Natalie as his new girlfriend after kicking his wife out of his house in Happily Ever After. But things turned violent during Natalie's first meeting with Jasmine. The duo ended up screaming at each other and hurling abuses. However, fans discovered it was more intense than it was shown on TV. They have slammed the network for covering up Pineda's toxic and abusive nature. What really happened? How did Jasmine behave? 90 Day Fiancé, Gino worried for Natalie's first meeting with Jasmine. 90 Day Fiancé star Gino Palazzolo tried to live his side of the open marriage on season 9. He went to Vegas to meet Natalie and take things to the next level. However, the latter was shocked to learn that her partner was in an open marriage. She wanted Gino to clear all the mess before pursuing her. Gino asked for a divorce from Jasmine right after his trip to Vegas. He invited Natalie to Michigan to spend some time with him. The TLC star received an invitation to Michelle's birthday party. Gino was ready to take Natalie with him. But he was afraid of Jasmine's reaction after meeting his new girlfriend. The American native knows to what extent she could go to insult another person. Natalie wondered what more she could do other than create a scene. Gino feared that things could get really awkward and called her unpredictable. Gino Palazzolo has been trying to move on in life with Natalie. But the latter was not happy to learn that his estranged wife would also be a part of Michelle's birthday party. Recently, Jasmine entered the party in a cheerful mood with her open marriage guy, Matt Bronny. However, she began hurling abuses at Natalie and called her a WH*re in front of everyone. The 90 Day Fiancé star called Gino's girlfriend a prostitute and even became violent during the explosive fight. A blogger, Shabuti, revealed the exact things that happened during the fight. He allegedly claimed Jasmine's attack on Natalie was way more vicious than what was shown. Surprisingly, the crew had to shut down filming for at least an hour to calm everyone down. Fans were not much surprised because she has violent tendencies and did the same in the past. Hence, viewers slammed TLC for encouraging Jasmine's abusive behavior. One fan said, "Jasmine has been violent since day one, yet TLC keeps supporting her." Several viewers feel she is the new Angela of the franchise. Others think Natalie should have filed a lawsuit against the Panamanian native's assault. A different user added, "They are allowing her to assault other people again. Keep coming back too." 90 Day Fiancé star Gino Palazzolo didn't expect that his bathtub date with Natalie would end up sliding into a déjà vu chapter. He wasn't able to take his eyes off the latter. Not because she is really pretty, but because Natalie resembles a lot with none other than his former wife, Jasmine Pineda. While Gino was clearly not able to get Jasmine out of his mind, he ended up making things awkward with Natalie. He ruined his bathtub date after making some shocking confessions. Is this true? What is this all about? What did he reveal? Keep on reading to know more about this controversy. 90 Day Fiancé star Jasmine Pineda has made it clear that she doesn't like Natalie at all. She explained that during the open marriage agreement, they agreed that the third person should be approved by both parties. The celeb noted that Gino did say yes to Matt Bronny, but she didn't do that when it came to Natalie. 90 Day Fiancé, Gino sees Jasmine in Natalie's face. 90 Day Fiancé star Gino Palazzolo is enjoying his side of open marriage, and he is really attracted to Natalie. He even decided to have a bathtub date with the latter and wasn't able to gush over how beautiful she was. The celeb told the cameras, "She's got a big booty just like I like it. Big ass and nice breasts. Beautiful face, lips, but wow. Gino explained how Natalie was a Latina with dark hair and beautiful skin. But there was one problem. The celeb couldn't deny that his new girlfriend bore a striking resemblance to Jasmine Pineda. He added, "You look so much like Jasmine, and now I'm getting Jasmine in my head a little bit." Palazzolo wasn't able to control himself, and he was able to see Pineda in Natalie's face. Gino admitted that things were getting really weird for him by the way Natalie looked like Jasmine. However, he decided to enjoy his bathtub date and made out with her. Natalie also appeared to be turned on and offered for Gino to stay over. But he still had some reservations in his mind. Gino explained how he didn't feel that it was right for him. He was struggling to find the right word when Natalie chimed in, claiming he still felt married. The celeb agreed to it and explained to the cameras that it was really hard for him to take Jasmine out of his head when he looked at Natalie. What do you think? Do let us know in the comments section. Keep coming back to the... Jasmine Pineda seems to have finally met Gino's new girlfriend, Natalie, in the latest episode of Happily Ever After Season 9. She took no time to throw sharp and personal insults at the latter and mocked her relationship with Gino. The 90-Day Fiancé star came face-to-face with Natalie and unleashed a barrage of cutting insults to attack her character and make her regret even thinking about Gino. Jasmine is well known for her violent and unhinged behavior. So, it didn't take her long for things to explode and take an unexpected turn. The Panamanian native has been living with Matt Bronny's for several months. Jasmine just discovered Gino's new relationship and decided to make his life hell. Did she succeed? Will Natalie run away from Gino after all the insults? What happened? Keep on reading to find out what are. Gino Palazzolo kicked Jasmine Pineda out of his apartment a few months after coming back from the last resort. He began living his side of the open marriage to explore more options. The 90-Day Fiancé star crossed paths with Natalie online and even traveled to Las Vegas to meet her. However, Pineda wasn't happy to learn about the new updates on Gino's love life. She was visibly hurt that her husband moved on from her. The reality TV star felt like he had broken the open marriage rules. Jasmine and Gino agreed to introduce each other to the new person before welcoming them into their marriage. Hence, the former felt it was a breach of the agreement, and her husband dated someone without introducing her. She confessed her true feelings for him and hoped to mend their relationship. 90-Day Fiancé, Jasmine turns violent during explosive face-off with Natalie. Jasmine Pineda isn't ready to let Natalie steal Gino from her so easily. The latter's sister-in-law, Michelle, invited her to her birthday party. The reality TV celeb learned that Gino would also bring a woman to the party. Jasmine stated, "I'm super angry, I'm pissed, you know, I want to explode." She was angry because she didn't even know Natalie and never agreed to her. Darcy Silva's heartfelt reunion with Georgie's family members in 90-Day Fiancé left everyone speechless. The couple took a trip out of America to improve their marriage, as they are quite into lifting each other's spirits. A lot of things aren't well between them, but they were given a second chance to resolve issues. To spice up their relationship, Darcy and Georgie relived their honeymoon phase in a hotel room. As she wanted to make out with her husband, she questioned the walls of the room. She felt they were too thin, so soundproofing must be done before they start their romantic, steamy session. She threw herself into the bed to moan out loud while Georgie listened to it from outside. 90-Day Fiancé, Darcy decides to undo BRUAST augmentation. Darcy Silva has lately shown her displeasure with how her breasts made her look more masculine than feminine. She expected her breast augmentation results to be epic. However, it disappointed her that she had recently shared her plan to reduce her bust size. She has no problem going under the knife yet another time for a make-under. Darcy keeps changing her looks, openly sharing the surgeries she has undergone and her recovery journey. The breast implants seem like too much for the reality star since they are heavier for her. She said that she would go a size or two down because, in her opinion, less is more. She would love to revisit Turkey, along with Stacy, for their procedures together. Darcy and Georgie married in 2023, but they couldn't visit his homeland until recently. After he asked her to make a good impression on his family, she considered toning down her look. Her modest dress piqued viewers' interest in a way that might never again. She ditched her tight-fitting dress style, exposing skin and outlandish makeup. Darcy fully respected Georgie's dear ones, but she shocked everyone around her with her sudden bursts of tears. She cried at the dinner table, telling Georgie that she didn't wish to do it. The TLC star couldn't hold back her tears and strong emotions at her first family meetup. "I wear my heart on my sleeve, and they know that now," she stated. It appears that Darcy became overwhelmed with the Bulgarian culture, which turned her vulnerable. At the end of the episode, she promised to reveal more tender moments and a lot of drama in the coming days. More details will be passed on about her husband's family. Though the adventure was a fairy tale for her, the food specifically is from a different culture. For the latest Darcy and Georgie's trip tea, stay tuned to 90 Day Fiancé star Lily Taylor chose to do something with the placenta, which triggered Adnan's opinion beyond her imagination. The husband and wife duo reunited as she is expecting their first child in America. Within hours of his arrival in the country, he had everyone talking badly about him. Lily and Adnan, starring in Happily Ever After Season 9, are leaving no stone unturned with their room full of chaos and drama. Their co-star, Darcy, suggested that he lose himself in front of his wife. She can't see Lily struggle on her own, as he wanted her to change her religion. While everyone is excited for their new life, she emphasized that they need to respect each other first. What did Lily do to her placenta for Adnan's reaction? 90 Day Fiancé, Adnan slams American cuisine. Adnan hated American food on his first bite. He looked disgusted as he explained that Americans don't know good food. But he proudly held his Jordanian culture in front to say they have full knowledge of food. So far, his experience with food in the States was bad as shit. He recalled that he stayed more in the toilet than anywhere else. Lily might have introduced Adnan to all sorts of food available nearby. But he didn't like any of them. Not only did he face stomach troubles, but he was bored with them so much that he could no longer eat them. Fans watching the reality star highly recommended that he have a home-cooked meal instead of relying on junk and unhealthy food America has to offer him. They inarguably supported him in this area. 90 Day Fiancé, Lily's placenta encapsulation grosses out Adnan. During the August 11th episode of HEAS 9, a segment showed Adnan and Lily attending a session with placenta encapsulation expert Sierra. She visited to learn about the whole process with him. She decided to consume the tablets encapsulating her placenta post-delivery of her son Zayn. However, her husband appeared hesitant about her plan. Though Adnan is happy to do anything for pregnant Lily, he was in disbelief knowing she would do something nasty. It was beyond his power to see her take in the dried and powdered form of her placenta. He exclaimed to the cameras, "So disgusting. Gross. I can't handle it. I can't take it." Adnan couldn't look at some of the placenta samples shown during the consultation. He quickly covered his mouth and nose with a sign that he might vomit. He looked away, asking his wife to take a step back at this point. But she was stubborn in her decision and tried to mend him a bit. Lily shared all the benefits of placenta consumption with Adnan, but he appeared very repulsed. Not a month was left for the pair to welcome their son. The TLC star hated the idea of a placenta smoothie, calling it horrible and an American craze. As a result, she informed the professional that her partner comes from a conservative country where placenta eating isn't normal. Stay tuned to. From awkward first meetings to unexpected love triangles, 90 Day Hunt for Love has given us more twists than we could count. And when it came to Courtney, her romantic roller coaster between Usman Umar, aka Soulja Boy, and Colt Johnson had fans glued to their screens. But after all the drama, all the late-night messages, and all the on-camera attention, Courtney finally made her choice. So who did she choose? And more importantly, how is her relationship doing now? Let's break it all down. Let's rewind to the start of this unexpected love triangle. Courtney, who rose to fame in 90 Day Fiancé, self-quarantined and other TLC spin-offs, entered Hunt for Love ready to find her forever partner. But no one, not even the producers, expected her to connect with two of the show's most talked about men. On one side, there was Usman Umar, the Nigerian musician with a history of dating older American women, most famously, Lisa baby girl Lisa Ham, and later, Kimberly Menzies. Usman came into the season with charm, confidence, and a promise of grand romantic gestures, plus a music career that he hoped would win Courtney over. On the other side, there was Colt Johnson, the Las Vegas reality TV veteran known for his complicated relationships, including his infamous marriage to Larissa dos Santos Lima and his whirlwind romance with Vanessa Guerra. Colt's calm demeanor, quirky humor, and promises of stability made him the safe choice in many fans' eyes. But Courtney? She wasn't ready to settle for safe, or so we thought. In the early episodes, Courtney seemed genuinely torn. Usman swept her off her feet with constant attention, romantic video calls, and bold declarations of love. Colt, however, played the long game, offering her thoughtful advice, deep conversations, and hints of a future together in the States. The turning point came during episode 6, when Usman surprised Courtney with a private music performance, complete with a song written just for her. While it melted some hearts, others saw it as a recycled move straight from his previous relationships. Meanwhile, Colt scored big points by opening up about his struggles with trust, admitting past mistakes, and promising that he'd be different with Courtney. This vulnerability struck a chord. For the first time, Courtney openly admitted she could see a life with Colt, but the chemistry with Usman still burned brightly. By the finale, the tension was almost unbearable. The producers staged one last date with each man. Usman pulled out all the stops with a grand romantic dinner under the stars, while Colt took her on a more grounded, emotional evening walk, ending with a heartfelt speech about wanting to build something real. In the end, Courtney stunned fans. She chose Colt Johnson. Her reasoning? She told the cameras, "Usman is amazing, but I need someone whose life is aligned with mine right now. Colt makes me feel like we're building toward the same future." Fans online had mixed reactions. Some celebrated her for choosing emotional security over flashiness, while others felt she was missing out on the kind of excitement Usman brought to her life. After filming wrapped, Courtney and Colt kept things surprisingly low-key. There were no flashy Instagram announcements, no grand TLC reunion specials, just a few hints here and there. In recent interviews, Courtney shared that she and Colt are still together, but they're taking things slowly. They've been spotted traveling, from short weekend getaways in Arizona to quiet date nights in Las Vegas. However, it hasn't all been smooth sailing. Sources close to the couple claim there have been a few disagreements about where to live long-term. Courtney, who has always dreamed of coastal living, is still adjusting to Colt's preference for staying close to his family in Nevada. Despite these challenges, both have said they're committed to making it work. Colt has even hinted at wanting to propose when the time is right, though Courtney has made it clear she's in no rush to walk down the aisle again. As for Usman? Well, let's just say he didn't stay quiet for long. The Nigerian star took to social media shortly after the finale, posting a cryptic message: "Sometimes people choose comfort over passion, but passion never dies." Fans speculated this was aimed directly at Courtney. However, Usman later clarified in an Instagram Live that he wished her all the best and that he was focusing on his music career, and maybe even looking for love again, off camera. So, there you have it, Courtney's journey from love triangle chaos to choosing stability over sparks. Whether her relationship with Colt will stand the test of time is still a mystery, but one thing's for sure, in the unpredictable world of 90 Day Fiancé, the drama never truly ends. Tiffany and Carlos started their journey with all the makings of a fairy tale. Tiffany, a 31-year-old single mom from Florida, was looking for stability and love after a string of heartbreaks. Carlo, a 34-year-old entrepreneur from Italy, swept her off her feet with his romantic gestures, charming accent, and promises of a shared future. Their chemistry was undeniable. From romantic gondola rides to heartfelt late-night talks, fans were rooting for them. But as we all know, 90-day relationships don't always run smoothly. The cracks began to show when Tiffany started questioning Carlo's commitment. She worried he wasn't ready to take on the responsibilities of being a stepfather to her young son. Carlo, meanwhile, felt Tiffany was too controlling, accusing her of not trusting him and interfering with his personal space. In the weeks leading up to the betrayal, there were warning signs everywhere. Carlo began spending more time away from Tiffany, often claiming he was busy with business meetings. Tiffany noticed late-night phone calls and secretive text messages that he brushed off as just friends. Fans watching at home saw Tiffany's frustration growing. In confessionals, she admitted she felt like she was chasing Carlo for answers, while he seemed to be pulling away. Friends close to Tiffany urged her to confront him before it was too late, but she hesitated, afraid of what she might find. Then came the bombshell. During episode 9, Tiffany received a direct message from a woman in Carlo's hometown, claiming she had been seeing Carlo on and off for months, even while filming the show. At first, Tiffany didn't believe it. But screenshots of text conversations and photos taken just weeks earlier told a different story. One message from Carlo read, "I miss you. Can't wait to see you again when I'm free." When confronted, Carlo initially denied everything, saying the woman was just a jealous ex trying to ruin their relationship. But under pressure from both Tiffany and the producers, he admitted to meeting her while in Italy, though he insisted it was nothing serious. Tiffany was visibly crushed. On camera, she broke down in tears, saying, "I left my whole life behind to give him a chance, and he gave his attention to someone else." She revealed that this wasn't the first time Carlo had been accused of cheating. In earlier episodes, rumors had circulated about his flirtations with women during nights out, but Tiffany had always defended him. This time, though, the evidence was too strong to ignore. The betrayal wasn't just about the cheating, it was about trust. Tiffany told producers, "How can I build a future with someone who's still keeping one foot in his old life?" After the confrontation, Tiffany packed her things and moved into a hotel. Carlo tried to reach out, sending flowers and apologizing through text, but Tiffany remained distant. In a tense follow-up scene, the two met to talk. Carlo claimed he made a mistake and that he still loved Tiffany. She listened, but her expression said it all: the damage was done. By the end of the episode, Tiffany revealed she was taking time to decide whether to continue the relationship. She admitted, "I don't want to make decisions in anger, but right now, I don't see a future with Carlo." Fans online were quick to take sides. Some believe Carlo can't be trusted and that Tiffany deserves better, while others think the relationship can still be saved if they both commit to counseling and rebuilding trust. With the season finale approaching, all eyes are on Tiffany. Will she give Carlo another chance, or will this betrayal truly be the final straw? One thing's for sure, 90 Day Hunt for Love just delivered one of its most explosive moments yet. Before diving into the tragedy and legal fallout, let's revisit who this 90 Day Fiancé star is and why their story was already making headlines long before this devastating loss. From their first appearance on the show, they captured the attention of viewers with their unique love story, falling in love with someone from halfway across the world, navigating cultural barriers, language differences, and skepticism from friends and family. While their relationship played out on camera, it was their off-screen life that kept fans talking. Social media posts, rumored breakups, and public arguments painted a picture of a couple under immense pressure. Still, The birth of their child had seemed like a bright turning point, a chance to start fresh and build a future together. Sadly, that joy would be short-lived. According to official statements, the child passed away earlier this year under circumstances that have not been fully disclosed to the public. Out of respect for the family, details remain limited, but sources close to them say the loss was unexpected and devastating. In their first public statement since the tragedy, the 90 Day Fiancé star broke down in tears, saying, "No parent should ever have to bury their child. I don't know how to move forward, but I know I have to try, for the people who love me and for the memory of my baby." Fans flooded social media with messages of love and support. Many shared their own experiences with loss, creating an online space where the star could feel less alone. But even as they grieved, another storm was brewing, one that would take this story from heartbreaking to downright shocking. In the midst of mourning, reports surfaced that the star was involved in a serious legal battle. Court documents revealed allegations ranging from financial disputes to accusations of misconduct. The nature of these allegations varies depending on the source, but one thing is clear: the legal fight is ongoing, and it's consuming much of their energy at a time when they should be focusing on healing. The timing of these developments has sparked heated debates online. Some fans argue that the legal drama is unrelated to the tragedy and should be kept separate, while others believe it's all part of a complicated and messy reality that the cameras never fully showed. In a recent interview, the star addressed the situation directly, saying, "People are going to believe what they want. Right now, my only focus is getting through each day. The rest will play out in court." This past week, the 90 Day Fiancé star sat down for an emotional, unfiltered interview, their first since both the tragedy and the legal news broke. They described waking up each morning expecting to hear their child's voice, only to be met with silence. They admitted they haven't been able to step into the child's bedroom since the loss, saying, "It feels like time stopped in there." The conversation took a more intense turn when the interviewer brought up the ongoing court case. The star's eyes welled up, but their voice stayed steady. "I know what's being said about me. I know people are judging me. But I also know my truth, and one day, that will come out." The response from fans has been overwhelming. Hashtags honoring the child's name began trending on social media. Fellow 90 Day Fiancé cast members posted messages of solidarity, urging people to show compassion instead of judgment. But not all responses have been kind. Some critics have accused the star of using the tragedy to gain sympathy during their legal troubles. Others have speculated about the cause of death, something the family has asked people to stop doing, citing privacy and respect for the grieving process. Mental health experts have weighed in, saying this combination of public grief and legal stress can take an enormous toll on a person. One therapist, speaking to Reality TV Insider, said, "No one should have to defend themselves in court while also processing the most unimaginable loss of their life." As of now, the legal case remains unresolved. The star is due back in court in the coming months, and insiders say they're preparing a strong defense. Their legal team has urged the public to withhold judgment until all the facts are revealed. Meanwhile, the star has stepped away from filming and public appearances to focus on their mental health. They've been spotted spending time with close friends and family, avoiding the public eye whenever possible. Producers from TLC have also issued a short statement offering condolences for the loss and saying they are monitoring the situation regarding the legal matter. Looking ahead, it's unclear whether the 90 Day Fiancé star will ever return to the franchise. Some believe this could mark the end of their reality TV career, while others think a redemption arc is possible once the legal issues are resolved. For now, the star says their priority is honoring their child's memory. They've announced plans to start a charitable foundation in their child's name, one that will support other families dealing with loss. While the details are still being finalized, it's a sign that even in their darkest moments, they're looking for a way to turn pain into purpose. This is a story that blends unimaginable heartbreak with high-stakes legal drama, and it's far from over. As the court case continues, so does the grieving process for a parent who has lost everything that mattered most. No matter where you stand on the legal allegations, one thing is undeniable: a child's life was cut far too short, and that loss will be felt forever. What do you think about this situation? Share your thoughts in the comments, and remember to keep the conversation respectful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more updates on the stories making headlines in the 90 Day Fiancé world. Debut on 90 Day Fiancé as a confident, globe-trotting bachelor looking for love overseas. His on-screen romance, filled with expensive gifts, spontaneous trips, and first-class travel, instantly caught the attention of fans. From the start, Matt was painted as the successful businessman type, but TLC never went into specifics about what he actually did for a living. Viewers only saw the results: a sprawling home, expensive watches, and the ability to drop thousands on luxury experiences without hesitation. This left the audience wondering, was it family money? A hidden business empire? Or something else entirely? Once the cameras stopped rolling, Matt's social media accounts became a window into his extravagant lifestyle. Photos of champagne dinners in Dubai, shopping sprees in Paris, and weekends on private yachts filled his feed. The posts weren't just occasional, they were constant. He shared luxury car purchases, $10,000 watch collections, and hotel stays costing more than most people's monthly rent. It didn't take long for fans to start speculating about how he was funding all of this. Some guessed cryptocurrency. Others thought he might be involved in real estate, tech startups, or even inherited wealth. But then, the rumors began to shift. In early fan forums and Reddit threads, people started sharing screenshots of Matt at industry events. One eagle-eyed follower spotted him speaking on a panel, not about reality TV, but about digital marketing and investment strategy. Soon after, another post surfaced showing Matt's LinkedIn profile, which listed him as the founder of a boutique consulting agency specializing in high-profile client brand management. While this was vague, it did align with his networking-heavy lifestyle. But the biggest clue came when Matt casually dropped in an Instagram live that he closed a deal worth 6 figures in a week. That sent the internet buzzing. What kind of deal brings in that kind of money? A few weeks ago, a blog known for 90 Day Fiancé gossip claimed to have obtained public business filings linked to Matt. According to these documents, Matt's company works with luxury brands, high-end real estate firms, and even private aviation companies. Essentially, he operates as a high-level brand broker, connecting wealthy clients with exclusive products, services, and investment opportunities. For every deal he facilitates, he reportedly takes a commission, and when those deals involve multi-million-dollar transactions, the commissions can be huge. This explains the lavish spending. When you're getting paid a percentage of a $2 million real estate sale or a $500,000 luxury yacht purchase, your lifestyle can scale up quickly. While many fans were impressed to learn Matt's money was coming from legitimate business ventures, others remained skeptical. Some pointed out that he rarely shares details about his clients or contracts, raising questions about transparency. There's also the matter of timing. A few critics have suggested that Matt's reality TV fame may have boosted his business connections, making it easier to close deals and charge higher rates. And of course, there's a vocal corner of the internet that believes his lifestyle is exaggerated, that not everything we see on social media is as glamorous as it appears. In a recent podcast interview, Matt directly addressed the speculation. He said, "I work hard. I've been building my business for years. Reality TV didn't make me rich, it just gave people a reason to ask questions." He also revealed that his work is highly confidential, which is why he doesn't publicly discuss specific clients. However, he made it clear that he's proud of what he's accomplished and that he's not ashamed of enjoying the fruits of his labor. When asked if he thought fans would believe him, Matt laughed and said, "Honestly, I don't care if they believe me. My bills are paid and my passport is full." With his business thriving and his public profile growing, Matt's next chapter could take many directions. There are whispers that TLC producers are considering him for another spin-off, possibly focused on his travels and luxury lifestyle. If true, it would be one of the rare times a 90 Day Fiancé alum is showcased more for their personal success than their romantic drama. Of course, fans are divided. Some want to see more of his jet-set world, while others feel it's too far removed from the show's original concept. So now we know, Matt Bronny's real job isn't just reality TV fame, it's high-level deal-making in some of the most exclusive industries in the world. But the bigger question remains, is this just the beginning of his empire, or will fame and fortune eventually take their toll? What do you think about Matt's career reveal? Is his wealth truly earned, or is there more to the story? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more 90 Day Fiancé updates.